Are we there? Holy cow. Three, turn off. Nope. Right beside the red light. There you go. Folks, here we are, episode 7. Sorry, season 7, episode 15. It's like I've never done this before. But here we are. It's been a while. It feels like it's been a while. Last time we were here, I thought we were going to have a boycott because we did the apple teeny. Still a lot of it's a lot of still a lot of bad feelings in the house over the old apple teeny. Not did not go over well. But it was National Martini Day, and when it's National Martini Day, you do a martini, but you don't do the apple teeny. Anyway, do you know what yesterday was? World Rum Day. So how fitting. So I got to tell you, best intentions, right? We know about this whole thing, right? Best intentions. The, we're working. The cocktail we are doing tonight was actually teed up and ready to go last Sunday. A funny thing happened. Uh, we were on a boat in the middle of the Caribbean Sea and probably wasn't. What do you mean? Oh, that was last. Wait, then we missed two. Oh my gosh. So let me go way back. Not last Sunday, Sunday before, I had this cocktail ready to go, and then one more time. Last Sunday was Cecil Day, and I didn't know any puppy cocktails, so we didn't do anything. So here we are. We're back. I know you missed us, and now we have a plan. I don't know what's going on here. My producer is leaving. Oh, I know the producer is closing them in. Here we go. All right, everybody's loose. So I've actually had this cocktail in my past travels, and I'll be honest. The hardest thing about this cocktail is the ingredients. There's only two. It's a great classic. You gotta love a two, not only a two ingredient cocktail, but when the name tells you what to do, right? Rum and coke, gin and tonic, 7 and 7. I mean, these are you got to have respect for a cocktail that just says, "Here it is. Here's what I am." So today, you're gonna get the the Wray and Ting, and yeah, it's easy. It's Wray rum and Ting soda. Now let's take a step back. Let's start a little bit on the old Wray and Nephew Overproof rum. Now, truth be told, when we were on the boat, because that's what we did, I made this cocktail for everybody. Do you remember, Shelby? Okay. I made it just with white rum. You can do it with any rum you want, but if you're gonna go to like the right way, it's supposed to be with Wray and Nephew. So this here's a quick history. This goes back to 1825 in Jamaica. So you're talking about John Wray, okay? He is the whatever father creator, but he actually owned a tavern. It's called Shakespeare's Tavern in Jamaica, which I'm sure there's some history there. Like, isn't that odd that you would open a tavern in Jamaica and call it Shakespeare's Tavern? It's a play. Okay, it's fine. And anyway, he starts blending and selling his own rums. Then fast forward to 1860, and James Ward joins him, and that's when they really take off. So James Ward, if you look, there's his name's not on here, and that is because James Ward was Ray's nephew. Wray and Nephew. There you go. That's what it is. And a lot of people consider this to be, so this is from Appleton's, and many people consider this to be the Jamaican rum. Yeah, so this is, and this is one of the go tos, this Overproof. So when we're talking about Overproof, like right here, this one is 120 112. No, 126 proof. 63% alcohol. So you've seen remember the classic 151? Yep. I mean some that was stuffing back then. I've always heard it. It's like illegal. You can't even get it some places now. But anyway, anything over 40% is considered overproof. And this is definitely one. So you're talking 63%, 126 proof. That's pretty good stuff, right, Sheldon? Yep. She's excited about this cocktail. I can tell. So anyway, that's our rum. Let's talk about the Ting. Yeah, the Ting. So this is Ting Soda. Now this isn't quite as far back, but it goes back to 1976. Desnos and Godes, they start making soda, soft drinks. Here's your little trivia on this one. Desnos and Godes, they are the brewers of Red Stripe. And they decide to get into the soda market in 1976, and they create this soda. Ting is basically a grapefruit soda, and they use the actual Caribbean grapefruit. There's not really much soda. There's juice in it, but it's a grapefruit, Caribbean grapefruit, which is a much bitter and not as sweet. Like it's not a ruby red, pink sweet. So it's a little more bitter. But that's the soda that they use. $19.99, Pepsi buys them out. But here's so it immediately in the rum shops once they start making this 1976, all the rum shops. Remember the rum shops, by the way, in Barbados. When you go to the islands, you got to stop. There are these little. They just look like little shacks, little houses, different colors. Normally the red. Yeah. And they're little rum shops typically. Go in anyway. This is a huge hit. Matter did we? Now I'm going to go way back. Barbados. We did, didn't we? Yeah. That's the first Ting. We did rum and ginger. That's what it was. But rum and Ting we also had there. But yeah, that's right. So when you go to the rum shops, a lot of times you'll buy like yourself a little bottle like this. By the way, so we were in the BVI. And I'm using the Jamaican rum because that's supposed to, but you could use anything. I was tempted to crack out this was from what island?
That one's for Tortola.
Yeah, Tortola. King Garden Bay. There's a little distillery there. Beautiful, just beautiful, gorgeous little building. No, it is. It's from it is from the like 1800s, and it looks like it's still. It barely has. I don't think it's been painted since the 1800s. Anyway, yeah, there's no paint. Yeah, exactly. So the last thing I'll tell you about Ting is that in 2002, Wray and Nephew they decide they're going to become a title sponsor for. Ready for this? The Jamaican Premier League. So they are the title sponsor for all of Jamaican soccer. Premier League is their top. Are we okay?
Yes, we are.
And they decide, obviously, if they're the sponsor, this is going to be the drink, right? It's Wray and Nephew. Here's the problem. They can't serve this to 40, 50,000 people on match day at soccer, right? So what do? They really start in 2002 pushing the Ting, Wray and Ting. And so if you go to a soccer match in Jamaica, this is a go-to.
Oh,
so for God's sakes, Paul, is there a cocktail? Yeah, there's a cocktail, and here's the beauty. It's kind of an easy one. You're gonna get this is really you could say it's basically a bit of a highball. So there's not much to it. All it is you're gonna put in your Overproof rum. Ounce and a half. You don't even have to measure, but I'm going to measure it for prosperity. Is that right? Oh, am I in the right spot here?
Prosperity.
What's the prosperity that'd be? So, ounce and a half. Ounce and a half. And then your Ting. And then you're just going to top it off with some Ting soda. So this is going to end up being probably about 6 to 8 ounces. Don't shake it because that would be ugly. What you could probably do though is, you know, give it one of these just so you're not hitting all that at the end, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're gonna garnish it with a slice of grapefruit or dehydrated. There it is. No, we can do better, Shell, right? It's not bad, right? There it is. Oh wait, hold on. Jamaica also home to emergency, folks. Emergency, yeah. Even in the Caribbean, folks are doing emergency, saving lives and keeping people from. It's actually good for motion sickness if you're on a boat. If you're ever on a boat and you feel a little motion sickness, boom, a little pack of emergency. Boom, there it is. Emergency, folks. They actually have an emergency Ting flavored. They don't. All right. Well, let's give this a little look-sees. I'm gonna get my emergency little mixed in there. All right. I mean, it smells fantastic. It's grapefruit soda. Oh, yes. So here's the beauty of it. This is a punch, you know, and but you really can't even. It doesn't have any bite or burn at all. Schultz, can I come around and here? Let me give you a little. Let me throw this up into the old camera. Hold on. Gorgeous, right?
Mm-hmm.
To the ting. Mm. Oh my god. Yes. Great stuff. If
Refreshing.
if you're ever very refreshing, if you're ever out and you order it, three different names that you could order by. Obviously, the Wray Ting, uh, number one. It's also just a Ting and rum. You know, that's easy. And then it's also known as a Ting with a Sting.
Ting.
That's my favorite.
I like that one too.
So a little Ting with a Sting to get you through. By the way, if you need some Ting, one, depending on where you live in the country, if you can find like a good like Caribbean like kind of market or whatever, they're gonna have Ting because this is absolutely in the Caribbean. I like when we were on the island, no trouble, cases of it. And then also Amazon. Yeah, that's how I brought mine back. And so anyway, there's your Ting with a Sting. Last thing I will tell you about this Overproof. Like I said, this is like the Jamaican like rum,
Mm-hmm.
and it is a huge part of their culture. Three examples. One, spiritual rites. They'll use that in spiritual rituals. One of which includes when they purify a burial site, they use the Wray Nephew Overproof. And also, lastly, great for a cold. They said it's one of the greatest cold remedies out there. So little cold, that'll take care of you, folks. There it is. You get your ting with the sting.
Ting sting.
Missed y'all. Uh, Make sure you come visit next Sunday. No, oh,
Yeah.
so yeah, next Sunday.
Travel episode.
Yep, one episode I have to do by myself.
You help. Plenty of helpers.
Plenty of help. It's normally one of our most highly attended, only because they're stuck with me. But yeah, so we'll have a special cocktail next Sunday coming to you live from Atlanta. So yeah, tune in. And is that all we have?
That's all we have.
Let's call it a night, folks. Love you. See you. Cheers to everybody. And we'll see you next week. Cheers.